In the guest room, a stillness hangs heavy as Dana sits frozen on the bed, the silence amplifying the dread. A haunting echo of last night's smiling reflection lingers in the mirror, a stark contrast to the dread-filled air. The room remains still, the silence growing. The heavy air is filled with dread. Dana emerges cautiously from the guest room, her senses heightened as she steps into the hallway. The house's silence is now a palpable presence, its watchful gaze unnerving her. Each creak of the floorboards echoes like a deliberate challenge, testing her resolve. The very structure seems to scrutinize her every move, amplifying her unease. The hallway stretches before her, each shadow a potential threat. She pauses, gathering her courage before venturing further into the unknown. Dana strides purposefully down the hallway, her footsteps echoing in the otherwise silent space. As she passes a framed portrait, a voice, resonating with unnatural power, booms her name. Dana! The sound vibrates through her very bones, an inescapable physical assault. The lights flicker violently, shadows dancing wildly as darkness threatens to engulf her. Darkness descends, absolute and suffocating, plunging the hallway into an abyss. Silence follows, heavy and absolute, amplifying the sense of isolation and dread. In a frenzy, Dana sprints with desperate speed toward the front door, her ragged breaths echoing in the hallway. Her hand reaches out, fingers stretching in a desperate grab for freedom, seeking the cold, hard metal of the handle. Instead of escape, her hand meets an impossible barriera, solid, unyielding wall where the door should be. A wave of chilling panic floods Dana, her eyes widening in dawning horror as the truth becomes inescapable. The realization hits her with brutal force. She is not just lost, but utterly trapped. The walls seem to close in around her as she realizes, I am trapped. Dana sprints frantically through the house, her face a mask of desperation. She throws herself against a window, finding only a solid, unyielding wall. Panic swells as she tries the back door, only to meet the same impenetrable barrier. The house closes in on her, the walls seeming to breathe and shrink the space. She is trapped, with no escape routes. Her screams echo through the empty rooms, unanswered and swallowed by the suffocating silence. Dana's scream pierces the hallway, each echo magnifying her growing terror. Shadows stretch and distort, turning the familiar into the grotesque as fear grips her. The air chills, raising goosebumps on her skin as an unseen presence looms. A haunting accusation echoes. You let her in. She's you now. Dana throws open the door to the guest room, her heart pounding in her chest. The room stands empty, yet a chilling aura permeates the air, hinting at unseen eyes. Her eyes dart around, searching for any sign, any clue within the silent space. Scratched into the floor, a haunting message reveals itself. You were never alone. A sudden drop in temperature sends shivers down her spine, the unseen presence growing stronger. The air grows heavy, suffocating, as if the room itself is closing in around her. The hallway shifts, its familiar geometry twisting into something alien. Portraits materialize, each a haunting echo of Dana's face. A chilling label appears beneath one of the portraits. Eden. Another portrait is marked with the grim designation. Patient 7. File closed. The final portrait bears the chilling word, O Cupid. Dana stands frozen in the hallway, her gaze fixed on a newly appeared photo among many. The photo is of her, yet it feels alien. Lifeless eyes stare back, devoid of any reflection. A small label beneath the haunting image reveals a chilling message. The narration whispers ominously, Dana Wilkes, integration in progress. Dana, fleeing in desperation, bursts back into her father's room, the air thick with unspoken dread. A chilling tableau greets her. Her father lies motionless in bed, his eyes wide and vacant, staring into nothingness. A tape recorder rests ominously on his chest, a silent sentinel of secrets. The machine is already playing, filling the room with ghostly echoes of the past. Dana stands frozen, the weight of her discovery crashing down upon her. The room becomes a tomb, the silence broken only by the haunting whisper of the tape. In the dimly lit room, a worn tape recorder sits on a dusty table, its reels barely turning. The room fills with the strained, raspy voice of her father, echoing from the past. His voice cracks as he confesses, I tried to stop it. She was the first, the voice whispers, heavy with regret. The ominous truth echoes. But the house always brings them back. In her father's room, Dana listens, her face unreadable as the tape plays on. The tape crackles to life, a voice echoing through the room. If you're hearing this, you're already inside. The voice continues, a chilling revelation. The guest room is never empty. A haunting warning lingers in the air. It's just waiting for a name. Dana remains still, absorbing the eerie message from the tape. The room holds its breath, waiting for Dana's reaction to the unsettling revelation. An ominous creak pierces the silence, setting Dana on edge. Dana whirls around, her gaze darting across the room, finding nothing but shadows. Her own shadow stretches grotesquely towards the hallway, a silent, distorted mimicry. The shadow hums with an unnatural energy, an unseen vibration filling the room with unease. In the dim hallway, Dana is frozen, staring at her shadow, stretched long before her. The shadow twists unnaturally, as if possessed by a separate will, beckoning her forward. The humming intensifies, a siren's call drawing her closer to the guest room. Dana hesitates, her eyes darting between the enticing shadow and the ominous guest room. Drawn by an irresistible force, Dana takes a step toward the beckoning guest room. Drawn by the mysterious humming, Dana hesitantly re-enters the guest room, her senses on high alert. A palpable shift occurs as the portraits seem to come alive, their painted eyes now following Dana's every move, creating an eerie sense of surveillance. The room transforms into a suffocating trap, the walls appearing to close in, amplifying Dana's growing unease. Each shadow seems to deepen, and every corner holds a silent threat, the air thick with unspoken dread. In the guest room, Dana stares into the mirror, her reflection distorted and wavering. A sinister shift occurs. The reflection's smile twists into a malevolent grin. A wave of icy dread engulfs Dana as the house's influence tightens its grip. Dana feels her own identity slipping away, consumed by the oppressive atmosphere. The reflection speaks with chilling finality. "You're home now." Dana's eyes widen with realization as she succumbs to the house's dark embrace.